I'm curious to hear about you, and if there's anybody who wants to share something or wants to just say hello, I'm here. I want to be seen today. Hey.
Can you? Yeah. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to say that I do not consider myself as a very selfish person, but then staring into someone else's eyes without words, I did come to realize how much I think about myself pretty much all the time. You know, you think, how are others seeing me and what do I say? You know, I don't know if it's a human thing or a Finnish thing, but I think I'm quite a good listener. So when somebody's talking, I can really concentrate on them and the message that they are bringing out. But it's so different when you're silent and you're just looking at them and you're not thinking about yourself.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it is hard.
Hi.
Hey.
My name is Lotta, and I'm actually working in a service design agency called Hellon. And what we do, we try to do this thing we call it corporate empathy. So we try to make companies realize that their clients are humans.
That's great.
Putting it harshly, but I thought your exercise with thinking about like where that person is from and who their parents are, who their grandparents are, and how they've ended up here was really good. And I think that makes you realize that there's this whole story behind that person, and what you're seeing is just like the outer shell and that little bit of the story. I don't know, do you have any tips on how, or have you been working with not just people on like a personal level, but on a work level? I think we find it really hard because a lot of the time in the business world, we forget about empathy because there's a lot of this hard outer shell, and the world is a bit different than meeting someone on a personal level.
Do you mean like in a group setting or
yeah, or talking about empathy in a different role than just about human to human, like a relationship or someone
human to human?
I mean human to human in the way that it's a friend or it's a relative or it's you're meeting them in your personal life instead of working life.
Yeah. I think it always helps that you remember that this person wants to be loved and connected. Sometimes when I walk out there on the street and see just these people that I don't know, I'm just, even like the busiest businessman in their suit, I'm just saying like, this person wants to be loved, you know? They want that connection, they crave for it. We are so geared towards hiding that basic need, and it makes me really sad, you know? Makes me cry sometimes how well this society is working around hiding our basic need to be loved. And that's all we really, really want. So I don't know anything else than just bringing it into a really small scale, because that makes it more understandable for the heart when it comes like really, really close. And then I think it's easier to reach to those like bigger groups when it's like the connection is here already. That would be my idea. Thank you.
We spend a lot of time in the gooey, soft part today. That's something we talk a lot about.
But you know, in empathy, there is also, there is hard parts about it. And now I would like to cut directly to that, because fuck you, basically. You know, just don't go there because it's nonsense. Wooey gooey. You know, I can be that, but also I think it's very important to understand that playing those games it's not real you. I know you, you know. So thank you.
Does somebody else want to give a try?
Ui, ui.
Are you sure? You can take it.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
I'm brave enough to go after Johannes
Yeah.
and try. My name is Amanda, and thank
Hey,
you.
Amanda.
I was wondering, how do you say you work with people? What do you do if they're really closed and they don't want to? You know, you try and you do different exercises, and they just don't open up.
Yeah.
How do you handle that in your career?
Yeah. I work with bodies, so I work mainly without words, like talking to people. So it's easier to open up through the body, but also I have great appreciation for my client. So if it's not the right moment to open up, then why change that? Because that's where we are at. I think it's good enough if we both are looking at the thing. You know, there's many people that don't even come to see me. So it's all good. It takes time to open up because it's so scary. And if there is like a, you know, if, for example, somebody comes and they are 45 years old and there's something that has been there for 45 years, I can't expect them to open up in an hour. That would be just insane, you know.
Pushing too hard.
But it's a start, and it's pushing something in motion, and I think that's already a great start. So, yeah, I'm just working whatever there is. You know? Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, and as you said, like in this space now, the willingness of stepping up.
Yeah,
That's kind of that's where you have to start. I'm having goosebumps. How about you? If there's no, there is. There always is. Thank you.
How do people approach you? From what kind of backgrounds, or do people say they have a special reason for approaching you, or how does it work, basically?
Do you mean like professionally, or?
Yes.
I would say that people have maybe tried something else already before for something that doesn't maybe move that much in their life. They have maybe processed a little bit before they start to go in the body, because our initial attempt would be maybe talk to somebody. And that would be maybe, I don't know, for some people it would be sports or just like staying away from talking. So it depends on the approach. But mainly I would say that people that come to me, that they have started the process already and they are quite like keen on going somewhere, like let's do something because I really need to have this going, like I need to have that opening, that feeling of moving forward. So through body, it's maybe easier to, or okay, I'm just talking because I love body work so much, but I think through body there can be some opening that doesn't happen through talking.
Yeah, so there has been some kind of realization already, basically.
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. Well, of course, there can be somebody that comes for a massage, and then maybe something else happens, you know. And then there's like, oh, there's more. So that could be also possible. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Esa. I've seen some studies saying that people's empathy skills in general are declining nowadays, or during these past few decades. Why do you think that is?
Empathy skills are declining.
Or empathy in society in general.
I have no idea. That is a huge question. And I'm not sure if it's so, because I don't know. For me, empathy is growing all the time. So in my world, it's just growing and growing. But was it what's the comedian, D.K. Lewis? C.K. Lewis? Yeah. I remember him saying, like, because kids are now texting to each other like these nasty things, they don't see the other person's face. And they don't learn the social skills, so maybe. And also, you know, I was thinking, just because empathy is so easy when you can touch, you can hug, you can be present. But if we are just like tapping, yeah, just be well, you know, try to cope. Then, you know, is the feeling really there? And even if I'm talking over the phone with my friend, I feel helpless because I can't really help them through words that much. It's also like on the phone, like staying silent. I'm here. So, you know, the human contact is so essential for real connection and empathy. So that could be one of the reasons. We are quite a lot of on the all kinds of devices. So that would make sense. Yeah.
Who helped you on your journey, like, to become more empathetic?
So many amazing people, you know. But I think there was one teacher in particular, and his name is Vinny Ferraro. He's teaching Vipassana and Metta, a Buddhist meditation basically. You know, just with a help of these people, looking inwards and starting to really see what was going on in there. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Reetta.
Hi.
I just want to ask you, do you think it's possible to keep up this kind of openness or awareness all the time in a everyday life when you have all these kind of roles, like in a working place you have a role and title, and maybe in personal life? How do you do that? Like when you go into meeting, you have to be like, okay, I'm a graphic designer in this meeting. I mean, you can just look at the person and start really feel what is she or he like, if he's like a client or something like that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I was just thinking, like, I'm really glad you said that or asked that question, because when I was walking here, I was just getting this thought in my head that we think money is wealth, but actually wealth for me is the time that I can spend in love without having an object of being in love, you know, just feeling love without an object. And that for me is the wealth that I'm after. But of course, there's these roles, but they're roles. What if there was a chance to bring a little bit of stardust in there? Like just like a little bit of your own personality. Because I don't think business should be so separate from, you know, our everyday life. It's not easy, you know. Yeah, I don't know if I can answer that thoroughly. And that's what this is why, you know, I also struggle every day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to be vulnerable and ask for a hug. Would you hug me?
You pick the best. Thank you.
The challenge is on.
Yeah, go and hug somebody, you know. Hug me.
Thank you.
Thank
Give
you.
a big hand to Maria.